So next in our charts and graphs lesson, we're going to be looking at bar charts. And these are probably the most common. This is probably the one you've seen the most. So a bar chart uses bars to show a picture of data collected. So here we've got a bar chart. And they're usually nice and colourful. So the title of the bar chart is Nicest Fruit. And then down the side here we've got number of people. As you can see, that goes up in 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 45. And along the bottom, we have got fruits. So we've got apples, orange, banana, kiwi, blueberry, and grapes. So the bars going up here tell us how many people think that that fruit is the nicest fruit. So if we look at apple, we can see the number of people from the data collected that like apples. We need to follow this bar right to the top and then see what number it's next to. So you can see the apple is next to 35. The orange, we follow the bar up to the top and then we draw a line across. Now, if you've got something straight, like the edge of a piece of paper or a ruler, they can really help you with using bar charts because you can draw a straight line from the number to see where the top of the bar is. Now, the banana bar is a lot lower, and you can see if we slide across, that's about 10 people I think the banana is the nicest fruit. Kiwi, travel up to the top, 25. The blueberry, again, blueberry is the most popular fruit. We can tell that even before we look at the number because it's the tallest of the bars. And then again, we go across, and this gets harder as we move away from the numbers, but that's 40. That's a straight line there. Again, if you've got something with a straight edge, you can use it to help you see which one it's next to. And then grapes, right at the bottom, only 5 people think that grapes are the nicest fruit. So again, let's recap that. So we've got the title. These are called labels. They're what the axis are labelled as. We've got a scale up the side showing how many people. And then these are our bars. So let's again check out some videos and get a better understanding about bar charts. So this first video is going to be about reading bar charts, and then the second video is going to be about drawing bar charts. So let's check out the video on reading bar charts first.
We're now going to look at reading bar charts. So here we've got a bar chart, and it shows the shoe size of boys and girls in a particular year group, so year 6 students, and it's got frequency up the side and it's got the shoe size down the bottom. So the first question says, and it's a dual bar chart, okay, because it's got boys and girls. So you've got one bar for boys and one bar for girls. So the darker ones are the boys, so we call the black ones that are for boys, and the grey bars are for girls. So the first one, you'll see there's a small number of boys with size 4 and more girls with size 4, and so on and so on. Okay, the first question then says, how many girls have shoe size 4? Okay, so the first thing to consider is girls are the grey bar, and it says shoe size 4. So that's this bar here. So girls, the grey bar with shoe size 4, it goes 10, and let's just see, it's important to check what each one of these lines are worth. Okay, so it's gone from 10 up to 15, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. So each one of them's 1, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this one is going across to 12, so there's 12 girls with shoe size 4. So this one, how many girls are there with shoe size 4? The answer would be 12. Okay, the next question. Which shoe size is the mode for the boys? Now watch the video for the mode if you don't know what that is, okay? The mode is the most common, okay? So what shoe size is the most common for the boys? So boys is the black bar, so you're looking for the highest black bar. You can see here the highest black bar is at 5.5. So the most common shoe size for the boys is 5.5. That means the mode for the boys is 5.5. How many girls have a shoe size greater than 6? Now greater than 6 means that it's going to be, it's not 6, it means it's 6.5 or 7. And it's how many girls, so it's the grey bar. So greater than 6, so that can't be that. So 6.5, there's no girls who've got a 6.5. And 7, you can see that there's one student with a shoe size of 7. So that means that how many girls have got a shoe size greater than 6? The answer is 1. This one girl down here. Last question. It says, how many more girls and boys have a shoe size of 4.5. So we're looking at this 4.5. As you can see, the grey bar is for girls and it's taller than the black bar for boys. So there's more girls than boys with that shoe size, and also now how many more. So this bar goes up to 20. So there's 20 girls with a shoe size of 4.5. The boys bar goes up to 8. So 20 subtract 8 equals 12. So there are 12 more. There's 12 more girls and boys that have a shoe size of 4.5. And show your method. 20 subtract 8 equals 12. Just show how you've got that answer.
So now that we've looked at reading bar charts, let's have a look at drawing them.
In this video I'm going to show you how to draw a bar chart. So whenever you're drawing a bar chart, one of the most important things is to always use a pencil and a ruler. That includes even labelling the numbers on the axes, okay? And use a rubber if you make a mistake, okay? Next, always put along the vertical axis the frequency. So you're going to put frequency up the vertical axis. Always make sure that you keep the bars the same width. Okay, so on your bar chart, make sure you keep in each of the bars in the bar chart the same size across, okay, the same width. The only thing that should be changing with the bars is the height of them. And finally, normally you will have gaps between the bars. That's for discrete data, otherwise it becomes a histogram for continuous data. So normally there's going to be gaps between your bars, and make sure those gaps stay the same size throughout. Okay, so we're going to draw a bar chart for this set of information. So we've got shoe size 4, 5, 6 and 7. That'll go along the horizontal axis. And the frequency, which will go up the vertical axis. Frequency always has to start at 0 and goes up to the largest number, which is 10. So it's going to go up from 0 to 10. Okay, so you get your squared paper like so, and get a ruler, get your pencil, and we're going to first of all start off by drawing our axes. Okay, so our horizontal axis was for shoe size, so let's just start at a particular point. Let's just start here and draw your horizontal axis like so, and then draw your vertical axis. Let's go from 0 up to the highest number, which was 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you wanted to, you could have gone up in 2, so you could have gone up, you could have taken 2 squares for each one, so gone 0, 1, 2, 3. But make sure that you keep the same size, so 2 squares, so 0 there, then 1, and then 2, and then 3. You need to make sure you're consistent with that there. Okay, so I've gone up in 1, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and that is our frequency. So I'm going to put frequency here. Okay, so I put the frequency up the vertical axis, and then the shoe size along the bottom axis, or the horizontal axis. So I'm going to do each bar being 2 squares across. So shoe size 4 will be here, so it's going to be 4. I'm going to leave a gap of 2 squares. It doesn't have to be. I could have left a gap of 1 square. It's up to yourself. And then I'm going to do 5, and it has to be the same size as this, so it has to be 2 squares. I'm going to leave a gap. The gap again has to be the same size, so it's going to be a gap of 2 squares. And then 6, it has to be 2 squares. A gap of 2, and then 7. Okay, let's just double check the information. So we're drawing a bar chart for this. So I've got my shoe size for, let's just actually label it 2, shoe size. Okay, and then let's draw our bars. So 4 goes up to 10. So our first bar is going to go up to 10. It goes up like so. The next bar for 5 went up to 8. So 5 goes up to 8. Okay, shoe size 6 was 9. Like so. And finally, shoe size 7 was, the frequency was 2. If you want to colour these bars in, you can. The main things, just to recap them, frequency goes up the side. Each bar is the same width, so each bar is 2. The gaps are the same size. And let's include a title as well. So bar chart to show shoe size. And we've labelled all our axes, and that's it. So that's how to draw a bar chart.